Hey Mike, thanks for taking the time for this discussion.
Happy to be here, sure.
Can you tell me a little bit, can you introduce yourself at first and then tell me a little bit about what Rigetti is doing in the quantum computing space?
Sure, I'm Mike Piech. I'm Vice President of Business Development at Rigetti. Been on board about a year now. Responsible for partnerships, for sales and marketing. So pretty much the whole go-to-market function at Rigetti.
And what is Rigetti specifically doing?
So we are a full-stack quantum computer company. We make quantum computers of the superconducting modality. We make our own chips, so we have a fabrication facility in Fremont, California. Our headquarters is in Berkeley, California. And as a full-stack company, we start with a chip and we make the enclosure around the chip. We make all of the hardware that goes into a dilution refrigerator to actually operate a quantum processing unit, and we make the entire software stack that supports that.
Are you then selling this full stack system to customers? Or?
Yeah, we sell in a couple of different ways. We sell at our 9-qubit level, we sell what we refer to as a QPU, a quantum processing unit. That is really just the puck, as we affectionately refer to it, especially given the hockey theme within quantum computing. But anyway, we have the puck and we have the surrounding mounting brackets and cabling that goes beneath the mixing chamber plate within the dilution refrigerator. So that is the QPU offering. We also, at our larger qubit levels, sell entire systems. So it's essentially a turnkey. We show up at the customer site, we install everything, we characterize, we bring up, and hand over a fully running high qubit system.
Fantastic. So what are you specifically doing with quantum machines? Can you elaborate a bit on the partnership that you're having with us?
Yeah, so at the 9-qubit level, that QPU offering that I mentioned, that is designed specifically with a couple of things in mind. One is to stimulate the general quantum ecosystem, and as part of that ecosystem stimulation, from the get-go, it was designed to be supported by complementary partner products. So, of course, a dilution refrigerator, control systems, and other types of software, such as bring-up and characterization software. So, Quantum Machines is one of the first members of that Novera. What we refer to that 9-qubit chip is, we refer to that as the Novera. And the program is the Novera Partner Program. Quantum Machines was one of the first partners in that program, and they provide the control electronics for Novera installations. And we already have several successful joint sales in that capacity, so it's going very well.
So the customers seem to like this. Can you tell me a little bit more what they like about this joint offer? And
Yeah, so compared with some of the other small qubit systems and chips, I'll say, and offerings out there, Rigetti has been very open in our architecture and in putting our offerings out there in a way that allows customers to swap components, to really experiment at a fine granularity, a low level with the system. And the ability to set up a small testbed system in a university laboratory or a national lab facility has been very attractive. That openness, that opportunity to experiment. So in a way, what we're enabling customers to do with the Novera and with the partner program more generally is to do their own research, their own experimentation, right? So we're not just handing them a black box where they run quantum programs. I mean, it's great that they do algorithmic research and do some of that kind of experimentation as well, but we're allowing them to get under the hood, as it were, and really experiment with the inner workings of the quantum system. And that's a place where the partnership between Rigetti and Quantum Machines is fantastic, because that combination of the open Rigetti system and the modularity and the openness of the Quantum Machine system, and the way that our joint customers can experiment with different parameters, different settings in the Quantum Machines control electronics, as well as the aspects of the the QPU to which that control system is communicating, that is fundamental to the kind of experimentation, the kind of learning, the kind of research and development that our customers want to carry out.
So how do you see this moving forward? What can Quantum Machines and Rigetti do to, further support our customers?
Yeah, I think, first of all, just continuing to develop our technologies in tandem. So as we provide more endpoints within the system for the control system to control, and as Quantum Machines provides more and more knobs and dials, if you will, on their end to do that control, we can provide our joint customers with more different ways to experiment, more different ways to carry out research and learn about the fundamental workings of these quantum systems. I would say in addition to that, together we can help educate our audience, educate our customers and our prospects as to what they can do, what the sort of horizon of possible directions and possibilities for innovation can be. So that provision of the fundamental components to work with and the integration of those components and some framework as to how to use those things together, I think is a great direction and something we're absolutely already working towards.
Yeah, it sounds like the foundation for the workforce development, for really educating the next generation of researchers, but not just researchers, any kind of...
Right. The systems that we do and will set up with Novera and Quantum Machines and our other partners, for the next several years, a large share of what they will be doing is, again, carrying out their own research, their own experimentation. Of course, there will also be attempts to use this to run software that carries out actual solutions to real-world problems, right? In the areas that folks talk about in quantum computing, such as simulation of chemistry for areas like drug discovery and new materials. Also for optimization, so all those classic traveling salesman type problems like routing deliveries and aircraft and optimizing energy grids or financial portfolios, etc. And also machine learning. So we'll see some experimentation in actual practical use of a quantum computer supported by this joint offering. But in addition to that, we'll see places like national laboratories use this system to themselves make breakthroughs at the fundamental level, like how to actually build a quantum computer, and that's exciting as well.
Fantastic. So, what is your favorite part about working with Quantum Machines?
Great technology and great people. Those are the two foundational elements, right? They make a great product, and our joint experiences in the places where we have Noveras together with Quantum Machines has been, I can unhesitatingly say, just fantastic experiences. And all of the interactions at my level, at business development, at the engineering and technical level, our joint technical folks, getting the system up and running, characterizing and understanding the integration and how things work together, and then getting things up and running at customers. That human interaction aspect is super important, and that has been fantastic as well.
It also reflects the success we had, with these joint offers. So
yeah, I mean, nothing like success to beget more success.
Yeah.
There's it's a kind of a virtuous circle in the sense of a lot of it is about reputation, and both companies individually have really good reputations, and then together as a pair of partners, we have a reputation as, hey, this is a solid solution, that is dependable, reliable, and has a bright future. So.
One last question to wrap it up. So, what is the thing you're most excited about this year, and maybe also going forward?
Yeah. So, as Rigetti, we have an ambitious roadmap. We have a mid-year target of 36 qubits made up of 4 9-qubit chips for Novera is essentially tiled together. That's exciting for a number of reasons. At first you might say, well, 36 qubits, you already do 84 qubits, but this will be 36 qubits made up of tiles, and that will be a sort of foundational demonstration of a tiling capability, which is fundamental to scaling to much bigger numbers. The 84 qubits are on a monolithic chip, and that's great, it has great numbers. There's a limit to how many qubits you can feasibly put on a single monolithic chip, because at some point just the yield from a fabrication standpoint starts to fall apart. But when you can make QPUs comprising multiple smaller units, your chip fabrication yield factor becomes much less of a constraint. You also have the ability to sort of organize your modules in different ways. So we can scale out horizontally and vertically within a plane, but we can also stack vertically. So the opportunities for further sort of experimentation and development from that scaling standpoint are very exciting. I would say though, in addition to our own roadmap, as well as our joint roadmap and the prospect of more joint sales in 2025, 2026, and beyond, it feels like the industry really is moving palpably into a realm where there will be more and more examples of real quantum advantage. Right? They will be in narrow, specific areas, probably for the foreseeable future. But as more and more of those happen, and as some of those examples become more generalizable and less narrow than the current ones to date have been, that will bring much more of the surrounding, more mainstream technology community into the tent, as it were, and wanting to experiment with quantum systems. And so that transition into a more mainstream role for quantum computing within information technology overall, that's in a way the real exciting thing.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We can all like feel it, that it's really drifting into this like new era.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, thanks for the opportunity to share some thoughts.